Today we're going to talk about how to embrace overwhelm. Thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. I was having a conversation with a client a few weeks back, and we start our coaching call with a WIFLE. And a WIFLE is what I feel like expressing. And he said, Coach, what I feel like expressing is, I'm an overwhelm. Got it. And my WIFLE back was, well, what I feel like expressing, let me see. You have 2 children under the age of 3. You have another one on the way. You have a full-time job. And you have a business to run. What's your problem? Realize this. The reason I share this, I have another client that has 5 children. He has 2 different companies. I have another client that has 2 children, another one on the way, running a large company. Another client that one of the divisional leaders, one of 3 owners of the company, same family, has 7 children. That's a lot of overwhelm. If you're an entrepreneur, a CEO, a business owner, a leader, a manager, and you have small kids at home, you have a business to run, you have a team to run, and obviously a lot more moving parts in the world with running a household, running a family, and everything else, you sometimes are going to be in overwhelm. And if you are somebody that has young children, 1, 2, 3, 4, you just might be in overwhelm for the next 20 years until they leave the house. So instead of looking at what you have and all these different spinning plates on your different fingers, embrace it. It's part of the journey. Just the way it is. Now, yes, it's a little calmer in my life right now. My children are 30, 26. They both live on their own. They have their own jobs. They have their own lives. It's my wife and I. I fortunately have a business that works for me, that gives me freedom, that gives me the luxury, the honor, privilege, and pleasure of coaching committed individuals that want to be their best, both personally and professionally. So I really have a glorified life. I'm blessed. I get to go diving in the blue seas of South Florida on the weekends and shoot fish, come home and eat healthy. I have a blessed life. So overwhelm is way beyond me. It's in the old days for me. But there's a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners, and CEOs that have young families and a lot of moving parts. So instead of waking up in the morning and doing that, God, I got a lot on my plate, I'm in total overwhelm. Embrace it. It's part of the process. And one thing you can do to really calm down and slow down from that overwhelm is be sure to take time for you. Whether it's early in the morning, whether you're doing meditation, reading, stretching, going to the gym, and also if you're married, your spouse, be sure to take time for you and your spouse. And if there's one lesson you can get with all these different moving parts, your spouse, your children, your business, your team, 2 words. Be present. Be present in the moment with who you're with. When you're with your spouse, be with your spouse. When you're with your children, be with your children. When you're at your business, be at your business. When you're having a conversation with somebody on your team, only be having a conversation with that person on your team. When you learn to be present where you're at and not thinking about something before or something later, that overwhelm will go away. So I hope this has been valuable. I hope these tidbits of golden nuggets have been helpful if you're in this process of your life where you have a lot going on. As always, I want to thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. I want to wish you a productive, profitable week. Go get them.